Alright.
Hey Max, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, not too bad. Kicking back.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, not too bad. We're not on air or anything, are we?
No. No.
You're
I'm
pretty
unsure what
quiet.
to say, man. So what? So when I said that Max Egan go crazy, that title obviously was facetious.
You what?
When I put the title, "Did Max Egan go crazy?" That was facetious.
That's all good.
Talk to me, brother.
What do you want to? What do you want to? What do you want to say?
Just exactly what happened to you.
Oh man, I'm still trying to process it all.
Did Vinny tell you? I mean,
You
I
know,
contacted
I
Vinny.
had some fucking thing hit me in when I was lying in bed at night, and I'm just still trying to process it all.
Did Vinny tell you that I messaged him right away and he said I talked to Max, said he's okay, and I said no, he's not, and then he talked to you.
No, I haven't spoken to Vinny since that conversation we had, and he did a video about it. That
Well,
conversation.
yeah, I was there. I'm a mod in his room, and when he put it on, he talked about it, and I'm the one who made him hip to it. He didn't even know about the video. He had no idea. So
Okay,
I just that was me that directed him
fair
to
enough.
you. Well, for sure, man. I mean, Vinny and I, we freaking love you. Vinny's known you longer, but um, when I saw that, he had no
Yeah,
idea.
I'm good, man. I'm just processing it.
Well, it could happen again,
I'm
though.
just
I'm process.
processing it, trying to figure out what the fuck happened. You know,
Ditto.
it's kind of weird how they can just kind of flip your mind like that.
To have it actually happen to you. Oh, I'm going to level with you, Max. I was under attack by some really hardcore people, too. Um, about 2 years ago, this happened. And I was in bed with my wife, and suddenly there was no movement anymore. Zzz, zzz, it was like being tased. Like literally shaking, being tased. And my wife's the horror in her eyes. She didn't know what was going on, and I said I need to get my AR-15 and sleep with it. I need to keep it safe. And so anyway, I've never told anybody about this experience except for you, because of what happened to you, and the fact of who you are, and the influence you have. So hopefully, fuck.
Yeah, well, like
Hopefully, people
this
aren't
was.
listening to this because they're
Hang on,
gonna
who's
say I'm
that?
nuts.
Uh, well, what do you got?
Yeah, well, they're gonna say I'm nuts because of what I
No, I'm
just
pretty.
told you. And
Oh no, it was just really weird, man. Like like I said, it was just a this triangular light, or I mean rectangular light that came down from the roof and hit me in the forehead, and but I saw it coming. Is the thing, I saw it coming. I actually saw the light.
were
So
you asleep?
uh,
Were you asleep yet, or were you still
I
awake?
wasn't asleep. I was awake. I was awake. I'd only just lay down, and I was lying there awake, and I saw this rectangular light come through the roof and hit me on the forehead, and I just fucking had this meltdown, you know. And
Mm.
it lasted like 2 weeks, and the same thing happened. The first
Wait. It
night I had
lasted two
major life
weeks.
reviews and all sorts of stuff. The second night when I lay down, I just had horror for about 6 or 7 hours.
Oh God.
It was crazy.
So there's
And
certain people in my life that I've been friends with for a long time. We actually rode down to a friend's funeral um, together. His name is GMN Ken, the red hat, the orange hat man. A lot of people knew him from the Oregon standoff. Anyway, long story short, he's been targeted a long time, and he describes similar experiences, which I've never had. And I believe now, if it's okay, it's hard to. Everything that we're saying right now is going to be tracked. Everything we're saying right now is being uploaded. If that happened to you, so I'm unsure even what route to take right now. But there are people who have had similar experiences that maybe you could talk to.
Well, I've been
Uh,
contacted by 6 or 7 people. Like one woman had exactly the same
sure.
experience as me. Thought she was the second coming. Thought the Earth was flat. The
Right.
whole lot, square light, the whole thing.
Myself too.
And she said she's never spoken to anybody about it until she saw my video.
The problem is there are a lot of people out there who are really nutters, who are having a psychotic break. You know what I mean? Or they're just messed up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
And
mean, there's
that,
a lot of people who don't believe me. I don't really care.
well, I know that's
It is
not
what it is.
you. Obviously, that's what happened to you is completely different. But in a lot of these cases, it is because this is something. It's so important to expose, and yet it makes us look like such nutters to even talk about it. To even does that make sense, Max? For you to even come on and say that took a lot of courage because it really did happen. There's no doubt in my mind. No
Look
doubt.
like nutters, but it happened, and so it is what it is. I don't really care. I don't really care what people think. I just shared the experience. I got a lot of flack from it, but I don't care. You know,
But they could do it again.
I'm almost. If they did it again, I'm ready for it now. I've got a reference point now.
Did you take some precautions or some protections from that happening?
I don't know what I could do to protect myself. I'd go to sleep with a tinfoil hat on. I mean,
Yeah, right, right. But there were certain people that contacted me, some pretty wise people that talked about certain crystals or certain ways you can protect you can shield yourself from that happening. Whether it's true or not, who knows? I've never experienced, but
Yeah, God, I don't know, man. I don't know whether I can. I mean, it came
well,
right
there
through the
is.
fucking roof.
Without putting a tinfoil hat on and act, you know what I mean? There's ways.
Yeah.
There's got to be ways to protect yourself because that should be like number one priority. Because they can do it again. They can do it again. They
Well,
can
the
just
thing is, like if they'd done it, if I hadn't have seen it coming, if they'd hit me when I was asleep, I probably would have thought I'd had an epiphany and I'd probably still be the way I was that day.
sure. I,
But I saw the light coming, and so even when I uploaded that video, because I could not upload that video. It was just like it was the meaning of my life to get that video uploaded. I had to
right.
do it. I
And
couldn't
I
stop
saw
myself.
that. My first thought was, man, there's no way this is happening to him. There's no way he took ayahuasca or something. That was my thought. Did you watch the analysis I
Oh,
did?
well, I haven't had anything like that for fucking 7 or 8 years.
Sure.
I haven't had any exotic drugs at all for ages. All I do is smoke a little bit of weed.
Right. Ditto. Same thing here. I have had some friends take ayahuasca though, and it is proven to connect brain receptors. The people came out of it better. So
Oh,
that's what I
well,
wanted to believe.
this was a rectangular light, man. This was not like anything I've ever experienced.
There's got to be a way to stop that from happening again, though.
Yeah, well, it's the first time it's ever happened. 62 years, so
Will you look
I
up
can't.
shungite? Shungite.
Yeah, I got some
Shungite.
shungite here on my desk,
You
but
do?
it hit me while I was lying in my bed. Like I lay my head down and
Right.
it hit me right on my fucking third eye.
So I'm preaching to the choir. You already know about these.
Yeah, I mean I don't know how you can stop it from doing that. I mean, it's kind of unnerving to know they can just hit me while I'm lying in my bed like that.
I was about to stop doing any of this stuff anymore and just trying to live my life out after seeing that, Max. Honestly, because honestly, seeing that's like the word people use when they're lying, but it really freaking hit home watching that happen. And
What, to me or to you?
to you, it never happened to me the same way it happened to you. No.
Well, yeah, I think I was just reaching too many people with my fire
Yeah,
videos, and they couldn't kill me or anything. They'd make
yeah,
too many people watch them. So the best thing to do is to have me discredit myself.
yeah. And that's. Did you watch the analysis that was done on my station about it? Have you
The
watched it yet?
analysis? No, I haven't watched any of them. I haven't watched anybody's comments on it or whatever.
Well, yeah, but oh, so you didn't look on. All right, so you didn't see my analysis. Okay, that that makes sense. Because
Yeah, I haven't watched anybody's opinion of it. All these people have posted videos about what's happened to Maxie. I'm just not interested.
I thought
Richard
maybe you might.
Boston did a big hit piece on me. A bunch of people
Well,
have.
no, tons of hit pieces. But did you watch Vinny's video?
I watched a couple of minutes of it.
Watch a little bit of the analysis that we did. It was me and a couple other dudes, and then anyway, we're breaking it down, watching it, knowing exactly what's going on, and knowing you, and we were really, really struck by the fact that the people that believe in the flat Earth or whatever that are totally flat Earth, they could give a shit about your mental state. They were unable to cognitively or reasonably break down the fact that you were making no sense at times. You know what I mean? They didn't give a fuck about any of
Oh,
that.
it's completely
All
out of
they cared
character. I
about
was
is that you were
saying
flat
things
Earth.
like, there's a dome on top. I can't possibly know there's a dome on top. I
Right.
haven't proven that. I mean,
Right.
I don't say things I can't prove. It was completely out of character for me to
Correct. But none of the
do a
flat
video
Earth
like that.
people, none of the flat Earth people made light of that. None of them. All they talked
No, they're
about.
just all terribly offended that I've been able to think about it and go, this was technology that was making me do this and say this, and it's kind of a freak out that they can hit me like that.
Right.
And they're terribly offended that I would dare to say that. Oh, you're bullshitting. You've done it for attention. I do it for attention. But I got fucking nearly 250,000 subscribers. I get 200,000 views on one of my videos if I
Right.
upload a fire video or whatever. I mean, it's an unmonetized account. What the fuck do I need attention for?
Your
I've already got
videos
plenty
are
of
already
attention.
going viral about the fire.
Yeah, I mean, for fuck's sake, do it for attention? Are you fucking serious?
So I think what you did really, Max, is completely you discredited the flat Earth movement even 100 times more by
Well, I
doing
guess so,
that.
but I didn't mean to. That wasn't the intention of what I was doing.
And I know that, and most people who are awake know that. But what you did is you showed them for the people they are, because they weren't concerned about your well-being. They weren't breaking down your mental state. They weren't saying, "Wow, this doesn't sound like Max." All
And
they
they're
cared
fucking
about,
fully hating on me now. And like they're
right? But
supposed
all
to be
they
all
cared about is
loving,
that you
aren't
were
they?
flat
And all
Earth.
friends of Jesus and shit.
Does that make sense though, Max? All they cared about is that you were on their side. That's all they
Yeah.
cared about.
Yeah.
You
I didn't
did
care
more.
about the fact that it wasn't my thoughts in my head that were making me say that. And it wasn't. It wasn't my thoughts and impulses. I fucking say that right now. It wasn't me.
No, when
Yeah.
Vinny, I messaged Vinny, and Vinny's like, I just talked to Max. This is right after I tried to call you a week ago. And he goes, I just talked to Max, says okay. And I'm like, no, mate. He had a bloody swastika on his hand. And he was talking all over the place. He's not okay. Please watch.
With swastika, that was all the Hyperborean links that I got to do with Hyperborea. I mean, the swastika is not an evil symbol.
But you don't have
It
to
goes way,
explain
way
that.
back.
But you're not just going to come out and just randomly flash that. So I said, he's in trouble, Vinny. And then he called you.
Yeah, I had when I was going through the night of horror, I had a message come to me that I needed to put a swastika on my body somewhere because it would protect me.
Right.
And I drew one on my hand.
Well, that's why people. I was doing the same thing as everybody else was, looking in the glasses, breaking it down, freeze framing it, slowing down the seconds to see who was in the video, looking left.
Yeah, there's no one reflected in my glasses.
No,
there was no one here.
There wasn't. But
people started making up all sorts of shit. It was fucking crazy.
I know it was, and watching it.
Someone sent me a message on Twitter and said, "Max, you've broken the internet."
Like you needed to do that.
I didn't
attention.
realize so many people would watch it and it would affect so many people. They had like fucking 89,000 views in 24 hours and like 8,500 comments.
Of course you did.
I didn't read any of them. I just deleted the whole fucking thing.
Max, you're one of the strongest voices out here right now. They want to break you, and
yeah,
you even doing this anymore is a testament to you. Like you're inspiring so many, including myself. You need to know that. What? Oh my God, man! Fucking! Oh my God! Like I was trying to make excuses. You know what I mean? Like not wanting to believe what I was seeing. And then
well, it was pretty fucking out there, brother. But I got a lot of insights from it as well. If you look at that truth trap one that I put out, a lot of people say, "Oh, he's telling you not to search for the truth." No, I'm not. Fucking listen to what I'm saying. I'm not telling you not to search for the truth at all. I'm just telling people to be aware of the mental state they're in while they're searching.
Correct. There were nuggets of great truth in there. I watched it, I don't know, 500 times.
I really had to get that out there while it was in my mind because it's profound when you think about it. Like when you're going down a rabbit hole, you're going down there because you already know it's true. So don't be surprised at what you find. Just observe what you find. don't have those aha moments. If you do that and you're just the quiet observer of what is obvious, you can research things in an entirely different way. You stop adopting belief systems along the way and all this sort of stuff. All the stuff that I've said on my shows for years without really knowing the depths of it, you know. I got all of that in that download. With what I got in that whole experience, I mean, fuck, man, I'm almost convinced that we're in a simulation. Like, yeah, and no one knows what shape the Earth is. All the fucking flat earthers and globe earthers, you don't have a fucking clue, any of you. You don't have a fucking clue. Stop fucking arguing about it.
What I've
You're in a
always
prison.
said?
Forget it.
When we do shows together, I'm always like, I just say Matrix.
Yeah, forget about it. You're in a fucking prison. Argue over the shape of it all you fucking want. It's irrelevant. Completely fucking irrelevant. Oh, the globe keeps you enslaved. How the fuck does the globe keep you paying your taxes? Oh, you fucking, they're fucking hiding God, you fucking idiot, you know? You fucking idiot, hiding God. Well, the Earth has to be a particular shape for there to be a God. Are you fucking serious? I mean, God, man. That's what gets me is that the flat earthers, they'll attack me and insult me because I didn't go along with them, and then they bring Jesus into it. You need to find Jesus, Max, you know? The fuck has that got to do with the shape of the Earth?
But most of them, for the most part, there was one guy who said, I believe there was this flat, but I still care about Max, and I realized that wasn't him. But for the most part, like 98% of them didn't give a fuck about nothing.
Yeah.
All they cared about is Max Igan's flat Earth now. Woo!
We're winning.
Right, and that's what really struck so many people. Again, because this happened to you in a roundabout way, you discredited the flat Earth people so much. It reminds me of the first time about 3 years ago. I think it was like 3 years ago. That's all my mind was on. Like call-in show. Call in, debate flat Earth on my channel. And I get like 95 thumbs down and 4 up. Because I was so against it. And it was because I researched these groups. I joined a whole bunch of these groups just to research them for 6 months before I came out against them to see what kind of people they were. Not so much what they believed in. Sure, I learned about, the reasons they thought the Earth was flat, but the main thing was to learn about how these people thought, what kind of people they were, what kind of hearts they had. And the verdict was...
fucking hearts are as black as pitch, man.
Right.
They love each other, but they fucking hate anybody else.
Dude, they're all fucking messed up, like way worse than people that they call asleep. Like, it was amazing. So what you did is, it really is, in a roundabout way, it was a really good thing that's happened. They really fucked up because you made a lot of flat earthers look like idiots for not looking at basic facts. Like anybody with half a brain could have analyzed you as you were being in that video, and then how you are normally, like the last 10 years, and realized it was 2 separate people. But these people couldn't do that.
Yeah.
They didn't even have the capacity to do that. They looked beyond.
Yeah, crazy shit, man.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Dude, I believe you 100%, Max. And I'm not supposed to trust anybody. Neither is Vinny. After what Pete Santilli did to me and Vinny Eastwood, we're not supposed to trust fucking anybody. But
Well, they hit me with something, brother. They fucking hit me with something. That's all I can say.
Man, they can again. So now, what I've been researching, and I haven't found a foolproof way, is a way to protect you from that. Because there has to be, for every offense, there has to be a defense. There has to be a way to protect yourself from that happening again. There has to be.
Well, I would think so. I think the rapé really helped. This jungle medicine that I do all the time, the fact that my eyes were open when I saw the light come in, and the rapé that I use is supposed to be to protect your pineal, to decalcify your pineal. It's very protective medicine, and it's all focused on the pineal.
And that was exactly when most people who are awake knew that you got hit with direct energy weapons. When you said you got hit in the pineal gland, I'm like, oh my fucking God. That's exactly what they do. Fucking, you said pineal gland. And
yeah. Well, that's where they hit me, brother,
and
and it was crazy. I could literally see the end of the beam coming down like an elevator. It was like something out of fucking Hollywood,
Sure.
It was crazy. I saw it coming down like an elevator. It took about a second to come from the top of the roof to hit my head.
Mm-hmm.
and then about a second to pull off again, you know?
Dude, I remember when that electricity just freaking struck in bed with my wife, and I was just. Can you see me? Is my camera on? Let me turn my camera.
No, no. But, yeah,
Oh
all
my!
good, brother. All good.
Like I was hit with a taser though, and my wife's like, "What is wrong, Eric?" And she started crying. Just struck with like a taser, and
Mm.
right, and it's hard to even believe it happened. But what happened with you is totally different. Totally different because there was no light. No, it was like somebody pressed a button. Oh my God, I cannot even believe I'm fucking telling you this.
Uh,
It doesn't matter. You're like, try getting hit by a laser beam, son.
no, well, this wasn't a laser beam. It was just a light. It was
Oh, wrong,
bizarre, man.
wrong. What would you call that
Really, really
instrument?
bizarre. But
What would you call that instrument that hit you?
it was just a fucking, it was a mind fuck, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, I'm gonna go and crash, brother, because I'm a bit tired.
So now what I'm researching is how to shield yourself against that. Is all because if they did it once, they can do it again, right?
Well, yeah. At least I do have a reference point for it now. So, you know, if it happened again, I think I could observe it. One thing I've noticed since it happened is that most of my brain chatter seems to be gone. That fucking incessant internal dialogue that's always there that you can't get rid of, it seems to have shut up, which is good. It's like the parasite's kind of leaving me alone. And my health seems to have improved a little bit.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
that's kind of interesting. I feel quite clear since it all happened, and I feel like I'm getting stronger. You know, like spiritually stronger. I feel like I've lost all ego. So
It's almost like you took something really negative and turned it into a positive because you fought it. Honestly, and that's what it kind of
well,
sounds like.
it's like maybe something. I know a lot of people had really weird things happen. A lot of people all over the world had weird things happen on the night of the alignment. It was a pretty special alignment apparently, and I don't know anything about planetary alignments, but it happened at exactly the time of the alignment. It was like 12:34 on January 12th, 12:34 a.m. You know, in the morning of January 13th, and that's exactly when the alignment happened. And I had this huge flash, and then the human cavity resonance dropped. It crashed for 2 days as well, and a lot of people had major life reviews and all sorts of stuff. So, I mean, it's like they hit me at the same time. I don't know. All I know, I mean, I think something, the planetary alignment might have had something to do with it. But like I said, I don't know. I'm not into all that sort of stuff. So I don't follow that sort of shit. So it's kind of weird that I would be affected by a planetary alignment when I'm not into them, you know. But apparently, a lot of sensitive people had major life reviews on that night. And perhaps they hit me at the same time. I don't know whether they put stuff in there. I mean, I had ancestral stuff coming through. I had the history of the whole solar system, how the whole solar system became destroyed, and how the parasite came to Earth, and all sorts of stuff. How they're creating a virtual reality out of this reality. How the globe Earth and the flat Earth can exist in the same time, depending on where your awareness is. You know, if you live on a globe, we're creating a consciousness on the motherboard as well as the Mother Earth. If your awareness is halfway between them, then it's going to depend on what you want to believe. This is why I said truth is subjective depending on what you want to believe. A lot of people take a lot of offense to that. But what if there's two realities and there's a different truth for each reality, and one's globe and one's flat, and your awareness exists in both of them? You know, which means the fractal universe is also true because there'd be one on the Mother Earth and one on the motherboard. And that means the holographic universe is also true because that's the universe that exists on the motherboard, which means the electrical universe is also true. You know, so they all complement each other. And you could question how far back it goes, how far down into the motherboard have we gone? You know, and when I made the flat Earth announcement, the first comment I saw when I posted it was, "Once you go flat, you can never go back." And I thought that's the trap. They want you trapped on the motherboard. You know, so all of this stuff came to me, and all these epiphanies, and this went on for a week. All these epiphanies and all this stuff that I was experiencing, and it took me it took me like 5 or 6 days of babbling, talking at my friends in 8-hour-long sentences that for me to even condense it down to what you saw in the Truth Trap, you know?
Sure.
So it was crazy, absolutely crazy. I'm still trying to process it all. But with what I experienced, if I'm to just go with the whole concept of what I got about the Earth being flat and being an enclosed system, could well be true. But I also got that how the whole planetary system became infected. So that would also be true. You know, so the planet and the Mother Earth and the motherboard and both realities can all exist at the same time, you know, the
Exactly.
way I see it.
You made it so crystal clear, and the thing is that the perception or the cognitive perception skills of flat earthers were gone because how can you say the Earth is flat and then in the next sentence talk about planets because they don't believe in any of that.
Yeah, you're saying people you've went there for the planetary alignment, but
Right.
you think the Earth is flat.
They don't think
But
there
you're
are
saying
planets.
planets don't exist and they're just luminaries projected on a dome. Well, what is the alignment?
Well, how can they
What does it
believe
mean?
that
How do you have both?
how can they believe you believe in the flat Earth when you're talking about it being flat and then you're talking about planetary alignments? Because these people don't think they're planets. They think they're like lights in the sky.
But I can see how both realities exist. People can't get it. They
So
say
can
you're
I.
ridiculous. Go out and measure it. I'm like, you're not listening to me. It depends on where your awareness is. Not even your consciousness. Not even where
Correct.
you are located phically. It's where your awareness is. You know.
If you were rah 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 for flat earther, wouldn't you have caught that at least? Because I watched fucking constantly what these people are saying, and I'm like, none of you guys caught this, huh? That he said he's for flat Earth, but now he's talking about planetary alignments. But you people don't believe in planets. You don't believe they're real. So
Yeah.
they just didn't. Their minds
Yeah, it's
just aren't that
crazy.
sharp.
They kind of. It's even with that guy at Plain Truth. I mean, he's saying the Earth's flat, but then he's showing you all this satellite footage of weather manipulation. But then he'll tell you satellites aren't real.
Right. And that's
Well,
basic.
hang on. What's this stuff you're showing then? You know.
Max, before you go to bed, I want to play maybe like 2 minutes of the analysis I did, not the whole thing, because
I'll listen to the whole thing in the next couple of days,
you don't
bro.
even want to listen to the whole thing. Just listen to a couple minutes of it and let me know because I'll take it down because I think it's the only video out there still, other than some flat earth fucktards, that has because you took it down. I want your permission to keep it up. I guess what I'm saying. Yeah, I'll play a little bit of it.
And Damian Maynard, and
the way that he laid it out with facts and evidence only, with no theories.
Hold on, this is about
can't-
David Crowley.
I can't hear it.
Involved.
Let me go up
It's
here.
up to you too, whether you want
Can you
to
hear it
accept
now?
that or not. But that's just the way it goes. You have my most humble apologies.
now that's a computer.
Can you hear it now?
No, I can't hear any of it.
Oh shit! All right. That's
Skype
okay.
doesn't work like that.
Well, I want your permission to keep it up because it could be disrespecting you if our only thing was concern and analyzing it and we knew something was really wrong and yeah, I really we've never met, we don't know each other for that long, you don't know me from Adam, but I really care about you, man. It really, after listening to that, I was ready to like kind of throw in the towel for a while, maybe not forever, but just step back and then kind of figure out what's going on. Because if they can do that to somebody like you, you can do it to anybody.
It's all good, brother. I came through it pretty good.
Yeah, you
I
did.
bounced back pretty well after 2 weeks, man.
And maybe it wasn't such a bad
A
thing.
lot of people have said, a lot of people contacted me and said, you bounced back quicker than anybody we've seen. Like, one guy said it took me a year. One woman said she spent 3 months in the nut house.
Yeah, some people never bounce back.
So it's taken me 2 weeks,
Well,
It took me 10 days. I mean, if I was living in town when that happened, I would have been in the grin bin. I'd be locked up now. If I'd been in town and the neighbours would have heard the shit I was going through,
For sure.
I would have been seen as a raving nutcase. But I had good people around me. They weren't around me, close enough around me to stop me uploading that stupid fucking video because I live by myself. But I've got neighbours here in the valley that I could go and see, and they let me talk at them for hours, and it worked out. You know.
Oh, that's really cool. Vinny told me you play guitar. Like you,
Yeah, I played him a bit of guitar when I. That really grounded me when I first played the guitar. It really grounded me again.
He said that, but that's like, again in that video when he said a friend told me Mac's not doing good. That was me. Just to let you know.
Okay, cool. I appreciate it, brother.
Fuck, I love you, man. You're
I
amazing.
got this little travel guitar that Benny Wills bought me. Benny from Joy Camp.
No, who is that? Benny Willis.
Benny Wills.
Who is that?
Yeah, Joy Camp on YouTube. And also just Benny Wills Poetry or whatever. He used to do Broadway plays and acting and shit, and he became an activist. Got this little travel guitar. It's a Martin. Got a beautiful tone to it, huh? For a little guitar.
What song is that, Max? What song is that?
Been a little bit out of tune.
What
But
song?
yeah,
What
good
song
little
is that?
guitar.
What song is that by Benny Wills?
You what?
What song was that?
No, it's no. I just made it up. I don't know.
You just made that up. Do another one, please.
No, Benny gave me the guitar. Benny and Sonia. Great little guitar though, tiny little thing. Little Martin, little baby Martin.
Wow.
Had a tune. It's the weather, I'm sure. I'm thinking I should do a little music video one day. Don't know if I ever will.
Maybe. Maybe you will.
I don't like cameras is the problem.
Me neither. This is original?
Beautiful sound though for a little thing, eh? Yeah, anyway. I gotta go to bed,
I
brother.
fucking broke out my shaker. Oh, that's beautiful. Fuck, Max.
A bit arthritic, but you know, I don't play much anymore. But it's fun still. It's fun to pull it out now and then.
Benny Willis gave you that guitar. Yeah, now I know.
Benny Wills, yeah.
I just looked him up. Benny. Oh no, it is Willis, not Willis.
Wills, yeah. You did a video the other day, the real Max Egan, when I was speaking at his wedding in Washington.
The other day, you were speaking at his wedding.
Yeah, last September or October, I was speaking at his wedding, and he posted a video the other day called "The Real Max Egan" or something like that.
All right, one more off the top of your head, just for kicks.
What?
Guitar.
No, I'm done, brother.
Oh, it's so. That's like so soothing. What you just did.
Yeah, all good, man.
Well, I'm
I
glad
just
you're
kind of
okay,
make
brother.
shit up as I go along now. I don't really know any songs anymore. I just got to pick it up and blat around and see what comes out. There's always a song in the air. If you play a couple of notes, something always follows, you know.
Yes, it does. Sometimes this.
Yeah, spontaneous composition that you only hear once and then it's gone, you know.
Yeah, you go and pick up a guitar and start playing like that, and I'm talking to you from my music studio. You know, that's pretty cool. It's interesting how that works. But well, thanks for talking with me, Max. I freaking was very concerned, and sounds like you came out better.
No, it's all good, brother. I'm good.
Look, I
just
still got
need
the
time to
I still got
process, you know.
the I still got the effects on.
I don't much know what I'm going to talk about anymore, but see how we go.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah,
You always
I'll
do.
do another report on the fires in the next couple of days. Let people know what's going on.
Well, there's some freaking people that got your back. There's some people in the U.S. That have your back. That people got your back, man. And
All good, brother.
well,
I appreciate it.
there's enough good people still out there to keep this from, because they could do this worldwide.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
there is. There's
All
still
right,
enough
brother.
good people.
We'll talk soon, eh?
Yeah, brother. I'm gonna put a link to the video, in Skype, and just kind of
All right.
look through a little bit of it and tell me if it's okay. If not, I'll just remove it, because I don't know how
All
you
good,
feel
brother.
about me having a video of you during that period of time out there is to you.
Yeah,
You
I
know what
kind of
mean?
wanted to delete it, but you know.
Then I'll delete it. I'll delete it right now. I'll just put it on private.
But,
It was our analysis, is all. But
yeah.
and I think you would
All
would
good,
like
brother.
it, but nah, dude. Let me get that fucking shit off my station, man. You
All
know?
good, brother. I gotta go to bed anyway, man.
Okay.
All right, brother. Talk soon.
Thanks, brother.
Bye bye.
Much love.